You always got to make a stupid face for a thumbnail. Hi fans of high quality entertainment, I'm back again. This time, I actually, when I started this, I wasn't planning to do a series. You know, I was seeing how it goes, starting with the letter B, or S, and then I did B last time. And so now I'm going to do M and continue the series because my viewers are leaving me comments, and I really appreciate it. I could cry. And I read every comment, you know that. And just a reminder, also today I've uploaded on my other channel, ASMR, reviews on a Monkees book and Captain Beefheart. So make sure you check that out and leave a comment over there too. Thank you. You should be subscribed to both channels. So the letter M. Let me get these in order because I do like to rank them, but like I said, you know, just leave some of your favorite bands that start with the letter M or solo artists, but I'm just, for myself, for now, I'm just sticking with bands. And I'm going to rank them. Just give me a minute. Okay, so I have put them in order from my 10th favorite to my first favorite for a band that starts with the letter M. Number 10. I have two of their albums, and I honestly don't play them very often, but the few times I've played them, I love them. It's just like I've said many times, I have so many CDs that, you know, it's hard to keep up with everything. So number 10 is the Mahavishnu Orchestra. Try saying that once. And my favorite of the two I have is Birds of Fire with the great John McLaughlin on guitar. If you like jazz rock and awesome guitar work, well, the whole band is incredible. I highly recommend you check out Birds of Fire. Yeah, the other one I have is the Inner Mounting Flame. And they're both great. Number 9, definitely not as talented as number 10, but, you know, the way I kind of rank these is which band would I want to play first or listen to. And number 10, they only made one album, and that was back in the, I think 1965. They were so far ahead of their time. This sounds punk and new wave-ish way before there was such a thing. It is the Monks. Black Monk Time. Crazy and so good. And please remember, there might be a band missing in my list that you love, but this is my list. You can have your own list and we can all get along. I had their albums back in the 80s and I loved them, and then I just kind of drifted away from them for years and years and years and years, and I'm coming back to them big time. And they might actually, if I get more of their albums, they might even go up further. It is Midnight Oil. And of the 3 albums I have, this is my favorite, 10 to 1. Or better known as 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is just so good. If you've never heard, I know they're pretty well known for Beds Are Burning, but this is heavier, lots of great guitar work. It's just, you need to hear it if you haven't heard it. Once again, thanks to Glenn Calloway from the Basement and the CD Exchange from last year, I have a new respect for Ian Hunter, and I have his first solo album, which I love, and I want to get more of his at some point. And even his band, Mott the Hoople, I never really, I knew a couple of their hits, but I never really got into them. I bought this 5 CD box set, and I honestly haven't played much of it yet, but Their first album, well, Mott is the one I played the most, their second album, and then All the Young Dudes. The other three, the Hoople, I Need to Play More, and Drive On and Shouting and Pointing. But All the Young Dudes and Mott are so good. But once again, they might move, and also I'm thinking of getting their earlier albums. There's a box set for those too, so let me know in the comment section below if you love all of the Mott the Hoople albums. I need a haircut, by the way. Just thought I'd tell you that. I was listening to this band last night. In the 70s, I'd only heard one album, which I absolutely loved, and all these years later, I finally got it on CD. And I got one of the other, the original album series, where you get 5 CDs, the basic packaging, no gatefolds or anything. And I was playing more of their albums. I've been focusing just on the one, but I've been playing more of these, and I think they seriously are going to go up even higher in my rankings. And this is a band, very underrated, that you need to hear. It is Man. And the album that's my favorite, because right now it's my favorite because I haven't really listened to the other ones as much, is Rhinos, Winos, and Lunatics. And this was a gatefold, but like I said, for the box sets, there's no gatefold. I'd love to get their separate albums someday, but I think they're kind of expensive. But if you like, it's kind of like Grateful Dead, progressive rock. It's hard to pinpoint, describing the band, and the vocals are unique, I'll say. It's like, you have to get used to them sometimes. There's more than one singer, but they're great. I do love them. And there's their other albums, Be Good to Yourself, At Least Once a Day, which I played last night, and it was awesome. Man. Let's do that again. Man. And Woman, I guess. Do you like it here now? Are you settling in? And Slow Motion, which was the album after Rhinos, Winos, and Lunatics, which I never heard. But I'm just starting to get into it now. Man, what a good band. If any of you are fans of Man, I'd love, let me know about the other albums and the one. I think they're still, I know some members have sadly passed on, but I think they're still performing and making records. Number 5 is a band, I've only had one of their albums for years and years and years, and it's the only album I thought I would need. Anytime I want to listen to the band, it's like, okay, I'll listen to this one and that's enough, even though it's so awesome. The band is Motorhead, and my favorite album is Ace of Spades, but because of Spotify, I listened to some of their albums on there, and they all sound so good. Oh, I also bought their final one, Bad Magic, which is excellent. And I also bought the deluxe version of No Sleep Till Hammersmith, which is awesome. But I listened to Inferno on Spotify, and I bought it. And it could be number 1, actually. It's so heavy, man. It's so good. So I definitely am going to be buying more Motorhead albums. So that's number 5. Number 4 is a band who I only have their first, I think, 7 albums, and that's all I want. Even though they're later albums, some of them were good. I remember buying them. And I do want to do a ranking and review sometime in the near future of these albums that I have. It is the awesome Moody Blues. And this, I think, we'll see when I do the ranking, is my favorite album, at least at the moment, In Search of the Lost Chord. But all of them are great. The first, all the way up to Seventh Sojourn, is what I have. Minus their debut album, the Moody Blues, whatever that was called, with the song Go Now. I'm probably not gonna buy that one, even though, you know, it's probably good. Number 3 is a band. Once again, because of the CD exchange, I'd always, I don't know, I kind of stayed away from them because I thought they were like trying to be like Genesis in a way, like, and not as good. But I was wrong. I can be wrong. And of course the band is Marillion. And I love both singers. I love Steve and I love Fish. I think overall I like the albums with Fish, the first 4. And this is my favorite of all of the albums, Clutching at Straws. In fact, I think it's one of the best progressive rock albums ever. And Fish, his vocals on this, one of the best vocals on any album. Just amazing. And I've got Misplaced Childhood. I've got Brave. I've got one I can't pronounce. Fugazi, is it? I don't know. Somebody will correct me. And their latest, An Hour Before It's Dark, which is excellent. And Script for a Jester's Tear. The first 4 albums, I find the first one is, it's kind of like the way I thought they would sound, like a copying Genesis, not really getting their identity completely yet. And then every album would just improve. And I also want to get, I just want to get more of the later albums. I'm definitely a fan of Marillion. Number 2, I talked about them at the start of this video when I was showing a couple of books. No, not Captain Beefheart. The friggin' Monkees. That's right, I said friggin'. Yeah. It doesn't matter that they didn't always play on their albums or didn't write all of the songs. They were great. And I've always proudly said I'm a Monkees fan. And this book, like I said, check out my ASMR channel. Yeah, I love all of their, like Headquarters and all that. I would like to get that again sometime. But for now, I'm very happy with this 2-disc. My favorite songs of the Monkees are Last Train to Clarksville, Papa Jean's Blues, Saturday's Child. Sweet Young Thing might be my favorite. I'm a Believer, I'm Not Your Stepping Stone, Mary Mary, Your Auntie Griselda. I could just go on and on. And then Porpoise Song, of course, and Star Collector, Love Is Only Sleeping, Cuddly Toy, Daydream Believer, Going Down, Circle Sky, just Randy Sco Skit, another one of my all-time favorites. One of the best. And they're not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I guess they're going to wait until Mickey Dolenz passes away. Then they'll put them in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Don't get me mad. And number 1, I almost skipped because this band is under F. And I know a lot of you will criticize me for it being under F when it should be under Z. Yeah, Frank Zappa. I put it, when it's solo artist, just for me, I'm the only one that has to deal with this. And that's the way I do it. I know it bugs some people. Maybe someday we'll switch it around. I'll do a video. But the mothers of invention are number 1. And yeah, I love all of the early albums. This probably is my favorite. We're Only in It for the Money. One of my all-time favorite album covers. And I remember seeing this in record stores, or actually like a convenience store back in the very early, well, I guess the late 60s. And I would see this. The cover would be, yeah, the cover would be that. And then the back cover would be that, because due to whatever, with the Beatles and all that, the lawyers and all that crap, which is kind of sad, but that still is an excellent album cover. And I was thinking, I think I could like that, just from the album cover, and I was right. And of course, Jimi Hendrix there, and he's actually there. He was friends with Frank Zappa. And yeah, and that's Frank's wife there, who was pregnant with, I'm not sure, was it Dweezil or, I don't know. But yeah, number 1, Mothers of Invention. Although they actually start with T. The. But we omit the thus, unless it's the. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Remember to check out my ASMR channel. Bye.